Playboy Carti, I Am Music album review part 3.
At Sephora, we've got what you want because you're obsessed with your skin and we're obsessed with what it needs. Sephora has the best products to help you get beautiful, glowing, radiant skin. With an extensive, inclusive range of results-driven formulas and in-store beauty advisors to help you find exactly which are right for you, the best skincare is only at Sephora. Sephora, for all your skincare.
How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It Music Reviews Season 11. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. Guys, this is the final time that we might be talking about Playboy Carti for a while. And we got to end it off talking about the last round of tracks. So honestly, let's just get back to what we're starting because we have so much to talk about. So, I only got through Rather Lie featuring The Weeknd. So we have a ton of more tracks to talk about and give scores to. So let's get started. Starting off with this track right here. The next one after Rather Lie is Fine Shit. Now, guys, when we talk about my favorite track off of this album, Fine Shit is one of my favorites off this album. I really enjoy this track. I like the R&B and trap production fusion. I really enjoy Playboy Carti's melodic vocals on here. The melodic vocals just absolutely hit. The vocals are just addicting. They easily get stuck in your head. I mean, Lord fucking mighty, Fine Shit is an easy 5 out of 5. I really enjoy Fine Shit. Love the flows. I love the vocal ability. I love the style of production. And I really wish Playboy Carti even made even more music like this. So I really enjoy this track. Fine Shit just absolutely hits. The next track is Backdoor featuring Kendrick Lamar and Jhené Aiko. Kendrick Lamar was really good on this track. I love the singing from Kendrick Lamar. Just absolutely sounded so fire. Jhené Aiko with the background vocals just added the necessary R&B vibe. If it wasn't for Jhené Aiko absolutely singing her ass off in the background, you wouldn't have this really great R&B vibe that you just absolutely hit. And then also Playboy Carti on here, absolutely delivering a nice melodic verse that just absolutely hits. That backdoor hook just goes crazy, paired up with Kendrick Lamar just singing his ass off, really doing his thing on here. I really enjoy what Kendrick Lamar did. Backdoors is just an absolutely good track, 4 out of 5. Toxic featuring Skepta. Skepta is a drill rapper, UK rapper, around that same ballpark, does that similar style. You definitely hear it from here. Toxic is definitely one of those tracks that I think is really fire too, because you got Playboy Carti more of rapping on here, more of really doing his thing on this track, and you really hear that. I like Skepta's verse. I like it how he sounded on here with the flow. There is moments where he sounds a little bit too offbeat in the beginning, but it really evens out, and I like, the different currencies that he says, and then, that makes an addicting part, and then he ends it off. I like Skepta's verse, but, this is a track that I wouldn't really go back to. This is like a 3 out of 5. The next track, which is Mulan, or Mayon, or Moonyon. I don't know how you say this track. I'm going to be real, guys. But I really like the funny, like, Playboy Carti is laughing. This is like his evil laugh. He's got evil laugh ad-libs. But I really do enjoy the production on this track. I think this track just has such a good sound to it. The evil laugh, the intro with that drums. The drums on this fucking track go absolutely crazy in my opinion. And then I also like the vocal.
This podcast is supported by Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. RVs are for sharing adventures with family, friends, and even your pets. So if you bring your cats and dogs along for the ride, you'll want Progressive RV insurance. They protect your cats and dogs like family by offering up to $1,000 in optional coverage for vet bills in case of an RV accident, making it a great companion for the responsible pet owner who loves to travel. See Progressive's other benefits and more when you quote RV insurance at Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pet injury is an additional coverage and subject to policy terms.
Vocal style that he has on here. This one's an easy 3 out of 5 too. Crank, though. Crank is the next track, and I think Crank is such a great track. That production that beat Crank has is just so fucking addicting when you listen to it. I really enjoy this track. I think Crank with Playboy Carti rapping his ass off, doing his thing on here. Crank's just addicting. I like the style that's on here. I like this track. I give this one like a 4 out of 5. Charge Them Hoes a Fee, which is the next one featuring Future and Travis Scott. I like Future's verse, and I also like Future's hook at the start. But he does, like, lose me a little bit at the end because he, ends up, he kind of sounds like he's mumbling on the beat a little bit. And I don't like to say mumbling because, like, that mumble rapper and that whole thing, like, from, like, 4 or 5 years ago, that used to be a really, like, one of those main big things. But Future legit sounds like he's mumbling sometimes on this track, but this beat's fucking nasty. Those drums, those fucking, like, these, like, hi-hats, these hi-hats sound so fucking crispy. They sound like they sound like they're a part of the beat on its own. Like, hi-hats is usually an element of the beat, but they made the hi-hats like a fucking character on this damn beat. I really enjoy what this track offers. The Travis Scott verse was really short at the end, but honestly, for what Travis Scott did on here, I mean, the flow and how he was sounding, he sounded pretty good on here. I mean, but I do like what Playboy Carti did. I like when Playboy Carti kind of switched it up a little bit with the hook, switching it vocally with the melodic sense, the melodic flow, the melodic vocals. And I like what Playboy Carti sounds on here. I like how he has that deeper voice that he's really, trying to rap on here. I like that. But, Future does make me lose this track a little bit, so this one's like a 3 out of 5. The next track, though, was Good Credit. Good Credit featuring Kendrick Lamar, which this is another Kendrick Lamar feature. This is the more rapping Kendrick Lamar, so if you wanted Kendrick Lamar not doing ad-libs or singing, this is more of the rapping. Good Credit. I like what Playboy Carti sounds on here. I like that sample in the beginning. I like this beat. My only thing about this is that Kendrick Lamar's rap verse, it's good. I like the flows. I like how he's flowing on here and doing his thing. But this is when I go, it's one of those things where it's just like, all right, Kendrick Lamar is doing his little rap verse. The rap verse is kind of short in my opinion, and it kind of just ends, so it kind of just awkwardly leaves. So, yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't really mesh that well together. I mean, going from this to Playboy Carti to Kendrick Lamar rapping his ass off, it's more of what you would maybe expect from Kendrick Lamar, but I like it with the stuff that we didn't expect, Kendrick Lamar singing a little bit more, doing ad-libs on Playboy Carti. Good Credit just sounds like the typical Kendrick Lamar feature, but, nonetheless, that is pretty fire on itself. So, 4 out of 5. I See You Baby Boy is the next track. I like the production I like the production. It's more, switching it up a little bit. It's got that sample, it's got that, these synths that feel like they're rising. I really enjoy that. I like the vocals too. I like how he's sounding on here. This one's an easy 4 out of 5. Wake Up Filthy featuring Travis Scott. Wake Up
Clorox Sentiva smells like grapefruit. Cleans like Clorox. And feels like
Okay, we could be here all day. Try Clorox Sentiva for a trusted clean with long-lasting freshness. Also available in lavender and coconut. Use as directed.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. Not everyone is careful with your personal information, which might explain why there's a victim of identity theft every 5 seconds in the U.S. Fortunately, there's LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity. If your identity is stolen, a U.S.-based restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year by visiting lifelock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Filthy. I don't like this track. I'm just going to be real. I don't like the production. I don't like how Playboy Carti sounds on here. Sometimes this bro sounds like he's fucking like screeching into my ears with that, like how bad the auto-tune and the vocal sound on here. And the Travis Scott feature just didn't really add that much to this track. I'm just going to be real. So this is like a 2 out of 5. Jumpin' featuring Lil Uzi Vert. I like the Lil Uzi Vert feature. I like the flow. I like how he's sounding on here. It just kind of, it is a little short though. I wish it didn't just end. But I do like the hook. The hook is really entertaining. The hook is really fire. I like the hook. This one's an easy like 3 out of 5. Trim featuring Future. Man, this shit right here is the best, one of the best Future features that I've heard in a little bit in modern times. Future is rapping his fucking ass off, going absolutely crazy with the flows, just absolutely killing it in my opinion. So that's really fucking fire. And then you got Playboy Carti doing his thing on here too. But Future was definitely the main show on here, which was so fire. This one's like 5 out of 5 for just Future going fucking crazy on here. The next track is Cocaine Nose. Cocaine Nose, I don't know, guys. I don't like the production. I was trying to get into it, but I don't like Cocaine Nose. I don't like the vocal style. I don't like what he sound. I don't like how Playboy Carti sounds on here, and the hook is a little annoying in my opinion. Now, We Need All the Vibes. Now, I did listen to this on the deluxe for my last time listening to this album. I listened to the deluxe album version. Sorry for the wait. And the mixing is still fucked up. They said the mixing was better, but I don't know. Young Thug still sounds very off on this track. But Ty Dolla $ign and Playboy Carti's verse is a little bit more cleaned up now. But this track is still like a fucking 2 out of 5. Olympian is great, but I really wish the Olympian hook was like at the end. It's in the beginning. I really love the Olympian hook because I love these luscious synths. I love this production, but I wish that the track didn't go off I wish it didn't go so off base. So 3 out of 5. It would have been a 4 if there was more of the Olympian hook, because that Olympian hook was so addicting. Opium Baby, again, this is another track that I just don't like. I just don't like the production. I don't like how this track sounds. It's okay. I'm gonna give this one like a 3 out of 5. It's better than We Need All the Vibes. Okay, it's better than that. Twin Trim featuring Lil Uzi Vert. I like the Lil Uzi Vert verse on here. I think it's a little bit better than what we got from the other track. So I like what he sounds on here. I like what Playboy Carti's doing on here. So I really do enjoy this track. I'll give this one like a 4 out of 5. Hey, the next track, I would say going back from listening, the next track is Like Wheezy. And I think Like Wheezy has such a great hook. The vocal ability on Like Wheezy, I love the beat on here. The beat just absolutely hits. I'm going to give this track like a 5 out of 5. Like Wheezy is so fire. This One Got It is the next track, and This One Got It, I like the beat. I like what Playboy Carti's sounding on here. This track just drags on for me a little bit, so I probably only give this one like a 3 out of 5. Walk is okay. I'm just going to be real, guys. Walk just doesn't have anything that I really enjoy. It's just a typical Playboy Carti song. I mean, even going from vocally, even going from the beat, it's just not the best. 2 out of 5.
The #1 selling product of its kind with over 20 years of research and innovation. Botox Cosmetic, onabotulinum toxin A, is a prescription medicine used to temporarily make moderate to severe frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better in adults.
Effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow and eyelid drooping, and eyelid swelling. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Tell your doctor about medical history, muscle or nerve conditions including ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. For full safety information, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
See for yourself at BotoxCosmetic.com.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel? Or that white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
Now, my favorite track off this whole project, and one of the tracks that we reviewed, or maybe we didn't review for this, but guys, I've been bumping this song since 2024, as You Gotta Get High Like This is the next track, and I love how he fixed the mixing on this track, and I like the addition of the snare rolls. I think the snare rolls just add a little bit more to this track, so this track's an easy 5 out of 5. The next track is Overly Again. It's just a typical Playboy Carti song. It's a song that I just don't really care for, in my opinion. 2 out of 5. South Atlanta Baby. Now, South Atlanta Baby, to end the fucking album off. Now, we are going to get into the bonus tracks. I am going to talk about those. But this was the song that was the ending, and was the original end of the song, of this album, And I really do enjoy this end. I like the production from South Atlanta Baby. I like the vocal style that Playboy Carti has on here. And I like how he ends this album off. So, I give this one like a 3 out of 5. Now, let's get into the deluxe ones, or the extra ones. Technically, we did a couple of reviews for these ones. We for sure did reviews for like 2 of these songs. Different Day. Different Day actually had the baby voice actually done pretty good, in my opinion. I like how it sounds. I like how he's flowing on here. I really like how he sounds too. The Different Day is like addicting. That hook is addicting. I'm gonna give this one like a 4 out of 5. Now, 2024. This track right here, we reviewed it like last year. And this track is technically dated now, because if you put 2024, well, now it's 2025. So, technically, this track is dated now, I guess you could say, but it's still a fucking banger. This one's an easy, 4 out of 5. Backrooms, too. Backrooms featuring Travis Scott. This had one of the better Travis Scott features. And also, Playboy Carti sounds so good on this track. I love the dark trap-style production that just absolutely hits. And then to end this album off, the final track, Backrooms, I'm going to give this track like a 5 out of 5. And then this track right here, which is FOMDJ. This track, I didn't really like this track that much. It was okay. It was just kind of the typical Playboy Carti song. And that's kind of it. So, when we talk about this album, guys, when we talk about I Am Music, was this album worth the 5-year plus fucking wait?
Every idea starts with a problem. Warby Parker's was simple. Glasses are too expensive. So, they set out to change that. By designing glasses in-house and selling directly to customers, they're able to offer prescription eyewear that's expertly crafted and unexpectedly affordable. Warby Parker glasses are made from premium materials like impact-resistant polycarbonate and custom acetate. And they start at just $95, including prescription lenses. Get glasses made from the good stuff. Stop by a Warby Parker store near you.
Hey guys, finding the perfect gift for the food lover in your life is easy, thanks to Goldbelly. Goldbelly ships America's most iconic foods, straight from world-famous restaurants right to your door. So if you want to treat someone to Joe's Stone Crab from Miami, Franklin Barbecue from Texas, or desserts from famous foodies like Ina Garten or Martha Stewart, Goldbelly has you covered, with free shipping anywhere in the country. Just go to goldbelly.com and for a limited time, get 20% off your first order with promo code GIFT. That's promo code GIFT.
No. Hell fucking no. I waited 5 years. You waited 5 years and you get a track like Pop Out is the first track off the album. Come the fuck on. 34 plus tracks? Holy fucking shit. That's just screaming for some of these tracks to be misses, to be real with you. So maybe not worth the wait, but I will say this album is definitely fun. I think this album is a great album to turn your head off and just kind of listen to. A good little album. 30 tracks, though, is fucking insane. I think of how, if you want to listen to this album going forward, I think just kind of like favorite some of your favorite tracks off this album and kind of just listen to those, because there is a few misses on here. There's a few tracks that I would not play at all, but there's a lot of
Halliday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy, champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Halliday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Halliday. Halliday, bring it on.
Paying rent can feel like throwing money away. And when you're spending so much, it can be hard to see yourself buying a home. So Rocket Mortgage is helping you put your monthly rent towards home ownership with Rent Rewards. For the first time, save up to $5,000 off the cost of your first home just by paying rent. Only at Rocket Mortgage. Call 800-4ROCKET or visit rocket.com to find out more.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
Tracks on here just had a really enjoyable experience. I really enjoy the variety of production. I really enjoy the variety of vocals and the variety of Playboy Carti flows, and also the variety of features, and also the variety, but also how some of these features that have been around forever with rap albums that have, we've talked about these different rappers. I love how they're also in multiple tracks. Kendrick Lamar is in multiple tracks. Lil Uzi Vert's in multiple tracks. Travis Scott's in multiple tracks. It just makes the collaboration really feel like a collaboration. So I think this album is definitely worth the listen, but is it worth waiting for 5 years for? Probably not. But I would say this has a lot more replay value than what Whole Lotta Red has. I mean, let's be honest. Who the fuck is replaying Whole Lotta Red? Let's just be real. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Whole Lotta Red, it took people months. It took people months to even start saying they enjoyed that album. So I think this album right here is a little bit more variety. I think this album has a little bit more to it. And I think the replay value for being such a fun project is definitely there. So I'm going to give this album like a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10, what'd you think about this album? Did you enjoy this album? Did you love this album? I don't know, let me know. Guys, thank you so much for listening to all my Playboy Carti coverage, all my Playboy Carti album review. You could have been anywhere. You could have been anywhere. You could have been at a bakery. You could have been doing your taxes. You could have been, scammed. You could have been scammed by your ex-wife. You could have, been at a casino. You could have had zombies raided that casino. You could have been fucking doing anything, guys. So I really appreciate y'all. If you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow, turn on notifications, and I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Yeah. Bye.